Okay, so for the under the hood box, we are not running air conditioning. So there's no point, in my opinion, to put the evaporator cord back in here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this cover, which goes right here. I've already cleaned off all the old nasty. And we got some, we're gonna run a bead of it around this whole thing and then pack these holes full where the lines go and seal this up nicely. There is a small hole back here. That's a drain hole. I'm probably thinking we'll leave that open. Should be fine. While silicone's drying, let's get back to the interior of the truck. So, one thing we have to fix on this is actually a couple of things. Number one, we got to get another bolt for this. I've already gone to Lowe's and got that bolt. I really would love to replace these as well, but I have no idea how they come out of here and they seem pretty tight. So, I'm not going to mess with them. I'm just going to let them ride if we can get the nuts back on them. The other issue we have is this blend door in here. So as you saw from one of the previous videos, this was just in here dangling loose, kind of like so. It's attached to this vacuum motor here. Supposed to open and close, but it was just kind of free floating in here. The reason for that is it's on this little hinge here. It just attaches somewhat like this, and when that vacuum motor actuates it, it just moves it back and forth like this. Well, after 40 something years, it has broke. Got digging around the forums because you can't buy these anymore, obviously, from Ford, and they said you get you a small piano hinge, riveted in place, and then this should work just perfectly fine like it's supposed to. So what I've gone ahead and did is I got some holes drilled in here. We're gonna mount this up inside, something like this. I'm gonna make some marks on the door, rivet it together, and see how it goes. Why? Why are you just all of a sudden not working? Okay, we're back. Had to go to Harbor Freight and get another one of these rigs. There's a reason they're $4. It's because they're junk. But let's see what we can do now. Wow. So much better, except now it won't come out. Whatever, it's fine. I'm fine. Let me grab another rivet. Alright, so there you have it. There's this side done. Now we got to put the little door in here, mark it all up, and rivet that together. Boy, I hope this is going to be good. You won't be able to see this, but there's a little plastic pin that goes inside here that attaches this to this. Goodbye. So we're going to put that in here that way, make sure everything lines up correctly, and then we'll mark our holes, drill it out, and go from there. Current plans, we're just going to send it, see what happens, because I don't really know how to confirm that this is going to be correct. So, wish me luck. That's my finger. No need to worry. That one didn't take it all. Golly, dadgummit. So after lots of trial and error, and we're just going to be missing a rivet here. It's in there. I don't think that little bit's going to matter too much, but we shall see. So that sorts this out. So now let's see about the bolts. See about getting it in the truck. About time for a beer. I'm hot. Got the other two bolts out, so we're going to run all new ones in there. Wherever those ended up. These sweet jimmies right here. Frame's making new. No more of this rusted garbage. Get that out of here. We got this secured down. I got some spray glue, reupholstered all that. I got that sorted out. I got one of them in there. So yeah, she's about ready to go stick back on. I got to clean this up. I need to find a piece of foam to go in here. That's around where the heater hoses come through, but I don't know if I have any, so I got to go look and see. Hopefully I find some and get this baby in tonight. I really need someone here to hold this. The other one is, yeah, you see her in there? One right there. Then there'll be another one down here somewhere. Right there. Of course. Please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Got you now. That one's not all the way through. Got him. Yeah, boy. Let's see if we get the bottom one here. So after much trial and error with the bolt that I had running through the firewall here for our wonderful HVAC box, that top one there, I think the other ones are going to need to be changed as well. The shank on it's too long, the unthreaded part, so it couldn't tighten up all the way. So go see your friends at SRI Performance and get you some really great hardware for a really great price. So we're going to unbox this, throw it in here, hopefully be able to get the rest of this stuff mounted. I got all the rest of the pieces. You got your floor vent, your defrost, and then this is the part that somehow goes onto here, but I hadn't quite figured out how that works yet. Heater core's got to go in, the whole 9 yards. So I want to get y'all in on this redneck ingenuity we got going here. So it's very hard to get inside where I need to be. But first of all, it's hard to get on the bolt head inside to begin with. So what we've done here is we've double nutted the outside. I'm holding this and then tightening. I'm hoping I don't run out of thread again. What y'all know about that redneck ingenuity right there? Huh? Also, what you want to do is stack up as much stuff as you possibly can around the area you're working to make it real difficult on yourself. Sneak just a little bit of LT in there. Oh no, the double nut has failed. I think that's got her good there. After lots of trial and error, and error, and error, and error, I gotta figure out how the rest of this crap goes in here. So this goes in here somehow, like that. Screws up there. You can tell this is like broken, or if it's just not a great seal, but closer now than we've ever been. Okay, that's looking promising. Okay, looking good so far. That one somewhere in this region of the world. Yeah, all right. Watch me slip and go through the windshield. Blackout! Okay, yeah, and like I said, this isn't really sealed up in here very well at all. It's just more of a suggestion that the air, because there's, I mean, you can see the gappage in here. That's wild. This rig, which goes up under here somewhere, we got to get that guy out of here. Okay, so that piece is in. Now, I don't know what's really next. I think this, but I don't know how the heck this stays in here. What we have, you know, failure to communicate, because I don't know what the frick I'm doing. I'm just gouging the crap out of my kill mat too, but it's okay. So this goes here, but like, what holds this in place? I'm halfway thinking that this mounts to the dashboard. Here, maybe. Then when you put the dashboard in, boom, and you hard mount everything, this will stay in place. I think this is going to be the same way. This is going ahead and over here like that. Look at that. We got ducks in here, son. Get your ducks in a row, boy. Are we ready for the dash? We're ready for the dashboard. Adult beverage, it'll help you think in these situations. Duck box is in. This rig is all tuned up, ready to go. I've got anything that said anything about dashboard, whatever, instrument panel, under dash, upper dash, whatever. I can't read. Anything dash related. Dash pad, duck box. We got all that staged up here. We got this rig that goes behind the dash somewhere for some of this wiring. Don't think I need this. I'm actually gonna get this out the way because I don't need that. So I'm gonna get in here and see if I can kind of straighten some of this up and make it make some sort of sense. I know there's a couple things I gotta hook up, vacuum, and that cable has gotta go to that somehow. I'm gonna get in here, try to tune this up, and then I'll bring y'all along for moving this big heifer in. I have absolutely no idea where any of this crap goes. We just gonna get in here. This didn't help. Where does any of this go? Oh crap. Steering wheel gonna have to go, I'm gonna tell you that right now. What I'm gonna do right here, I'm gonna pick this up, pull the bolts out, and I'm gonna drop it on the dash and break everything. Current plan, because I didn't think this far ahead. Oh gosh, there's more wires over there. What does any of this go to? Oh gosh, see, I'm already breaking stuff. Where does any of this go? You thought the floor pans was the tedious, scary part. This is more scary to me. I know this goes here. We got that down pretty good. Can confirm this goes here. Like, you got this whole dangly mess here. What the frick does all this go to? How is this all in the dashboard? 3-pronged air with a dangly nip that's going to be a ground somewhere. Where does the main harness want to live? That's what we should try to determine first. Does it just go up top here? We may have to go do some review on some footage and just see if I have anything, because I don't think I do. All right, we're cutting this off. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. After some research on the computer, we got the HVAC deal in, the little controller in. We got wires kind of sort of going where they need to go. I had to take this back out to run the wires like over and through properly. Up and in. Here we go.
One hour later.
I don't freaking know.
2 hours later.
What the deal is? It just shoves back here, but I can't.
One eternity later.
Yeah, let me just say this again in case y'all ain't heard me the first time. Don't do this to your trucks. It's not worth it. We got that bolt caught. We got this one down here caught. We got that one in the center caught. We got that one in that corner caught. I think it's in there. I got to put these two in, and I got to catch the supports underneath. But I think she's about in there. I'm gonna keep digging on this. Dash is in, about to put the instrument panel in, and then kind of start filling in. I probably won't put the lights and washers in just yet. Not super concerned with that right now. I just kind of want to get the cluster in, get all that hooked up well, put the steering wheel back up, put the accelerator pedal in, heater core, put the lines to it, and then I want to see if this thing will fire back up. I hit the key a second ago and it did spin, but I don't want to turn it on yet because the heater core lines aren't hooked up. So we're gonna keep digging on this and see if we can get her back together and maybe even pop it off tonight. But also, I gotta see about buttoning the dash up a little more, because these are all the bolts we have left, but the dash is in. So I gotta figure out like where some of this stuff goes. All right, so we're missing some clips to go up on the top of here and the tops of those. I actually have to pull this back out and clean the little dash assembly there. Ashtrays in. We gotta sort out a new dash pad, I think. I have no idea where the old one is. I think it was so ragged out that it wasn't gonna happen. So we gotta sort something out with that. So it should fire. can go, baby. Is that a fire? Are we good? Something. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're just burning wires. We're melting stuff. It's okay. This is honestly kind of pointless because I can't really do a whole lot, but I just want to see if this thing will go under its own power for the first time in like 4 years. We're going to get this pumped up, make sure we're all clear on everything, fire it up, ease it out into the driveway, make sure the brakes and all still function correctly. If they do, we're going to let it warm up, check everything, all the fluids, all the everything, make sure we're all good, then take her for just a little bit of a cruise out here. She's smoking pretty good, but it's to be expected. So first test drive in 4 years went okay. So it drives good, but the transmission has a shift kit in it. So I don't really remember how you shift it correctly. From what I remember from, back in my childhood, you gotta like rev the crap out of it and then like back off pretty solid and it'll shift. I couldn't get the thing to shift, it didn't feel like, but it did good. The brakes are non-existent, which is really sketchy, and the throttle sticks. So you get one of these actions right here, you can what? Like, so Gotta figure that out, and then we gotta tune the brakes up and everything. Oh, that's probably why the brakes sucked, because I don't have the freaking booster going. I'm an idiot. Anyways, she ran good though, no leaks or anything. Everything seems solid. She quit smoking blue for the moment, so I'd say that's progress there. Still got to get all this back together, and we're back on doing real stuff now instead of just playing around. I'm gonna get all this cleaned up underneath where I knocked all the dust. I mean, look at all the dust and dirt that came out of this thing when I was doing the floor pans. Like, this is unreal. Look at that. Anyways, I'm gonna get all this cleaned up nice and neat and back her on back in.